Ebu Chukwu ebu gị mmadụ Ebu Chukwu ebu gị mmadụ agbanwe Ebu Chukwu obi n'igwe ebu Chime Ebu Chukwu ebu gị mmadụ Ebu Chukwu ebu gị mmadụ Ebu Chukwu ebu gị mmadụ nwanne otu onye Ebu Chukwu obi n'igwe ebu Chime Ebu Chukwu ebu gị mmadụ Ebu Chukwu onye na-agwọ ọrịa m anala ego Ebu Chukwu onye na-echi ikpe ziri ezi anya n'elu ụwa Ebu Chukwu Ebu Chime Ebu Chukwu ebu gị mmadụ And of course, a very quick one. I will say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Judge ONYIBE. As always, trying to keep the record straight. It is more of an enlightenment campaign to make our people understand what they are getting themselves involved, what kind of mess they are putting themselves into. In less than 15 minutes from now, we will be on the 2nd of the month of January 2023. I will say once again a compliment of the season. I'm very glad and happy that you were able to make it. I can only pray that everything you lost in the past year, God will have to make it up for you. And that this year, you will not allow somebody to use your brain. You will use it for your own good and that of the humanity. And this having been said, like I said, a very quick one, I want us to look at just 3 unavoidable danger. The pattern of Nnamdi Kanu agitation will lead Ndigbo to. I didn't say we lead Biafrans to. Nnamdi Kanu pattern of agitation will lead Ndigbo to 3 unavoidable danger. I need you to pay attention. And then try and be reasonable. It was supposed to be getting Biafra without a gunshot. It was supposed to be engaging Nigeria in a peaceful process. It was supposed to be a platform where we register our displeasure. But be sincere to yourself. This is New Year. You can choose to lie to yourself. It's okay. But try and tell yourself the truth, even though you don't want to accept it. And then look at what we are doing, if it's actually freedom fighting or political banditry or criminal activity. What exactly are we doing? Let's go to the 3 points. I read an article by Ndigbo which said that if Nnamdi Kanu is not released, this could lead to war. It was actually published by one of Nnamdi Kanu undercover media warrior. And so I don't know how true that is. But let us assume Ndigbo, with the level of atrocity going on in Igbo land, will rise up and say if they don't release Nnamdi Kanu before 2023, that there will be war. If indeed this is coming from the stable of Ndigbo, and then we should ask ourselves question. Are Ndigbo ready for another war? Remember now, I'm not saying Nde Biafra. Because this atrocity is limited to the southeast. It didn't cross. When it crosses, we will know how to address it without shying away from our responsibility. But Ndigbo should understand. For instance, that statement come and say, if Nnamdi Kanu is not released, and then there will be war. The question we should ask ourselves is it about war? Will war give you Biafra? Are you ready for this war? who is going to fight this war? Have you analyzed and be able to visage the level of collateral damage? I responded to that criminal and I said, pray Ndigbo does not get into war in a time like this. Because what happened in 1967 to 1970 will be a child's play. My people suffered greatly for it, but we don't talk about it. Because we know when it started, we thought noble men and women will do the right thing, which they didn't do. We are not crying about, we are not lamenting about it, but we did learn. This is another era. Each time they tell you about Asaba massacre, they never told you about Isiago massacre. When most people say certain things, Nigerian army could not invade Igbo because they were confronted by unimaginable force. Go to Urugudu as I speak to you in Igbo community. Go to the government field or civic center as it is called. You will see a clock tower there built by the British government in the 50s. The clock tower still stands till today, but it stopped working during the war because the Nigerian missiles were able to hit that tower and damage that war clock. But the building and everything is still intact, very close to the court and the police station there. We paid the price. We don't lament about. I heard somebody talking about £10 and say he has not seen anybody who parents paid £10. My mother was given £10. My mother was given £10, and until her death, she never had bank account again. And don't think she's a poor woman, because I witnessed my mother from her bag, they call a buluku, buy tear rubber. And then in the 80s, a brand new Peugeot, if it is 404, is sold for 4,000. If it is 504 or 504 Evolution, it's sold between 4,500 and 4,300. 911 and other trucks available at that moment was sold for 11,000. I escort my mother to go and buy them. So don't think maybe she's a poor woman, she wouldn't have had. No, she's not. In fact, her first building in Agbo, Urugudo there, she built it at the age of 26. How could such a woman, after the Civil War, for the rest of her life, didn't have bank account again? Because she has huge amount of money in the bank. And she told me during the war, when I confronted her about the issue of bank account, he said during the war, it makes her afraid until she passed on. So each time we are talking about war, rumor mongers, Simeon Ekpa is doing Christmas, they are asking Christmas in Igbo land, but it's in Finland doing Christmas and then analyzing how they are going to do woto woto. Woto woto is the violence, woto woto is the code, woto woto, Ndigbo woto woto, Ndigbo ne-etim uboto woto, Ndigbo ne-egbu Ndigbo woto woto, all because somebody wants Nnamdi Kanu atrocity to be true. We sit back and we watch you. We will see the end of this game. Somewhere along the line, you think you're going to cover this one, you will not be allowed. Now look at these three unavoidable danger. Number one, the activity or the pattern of Nnamdi Kanu agitation, as we speak, is creating external aggression against Ndigbo. A lot of people have been killed by unknown gunmen, and nothing is done about it. You hear Simeon Ekpa and others talking about how they want to kill Ikunso brother, how they want to kill this one. My brother is Uchuku Okoye. His uncle was killed by unknown gunmen. I'm talking about within the southeast. You heard the propaganda or the news regarding Gulag, who was killed by unknown gunmen. You have heard the issue of Fulani, who were killed by unknown gunmen in Enugu. In fact, Okezie Ekpazo of Abia State has to pay about 2.5 million naira to about 27 Fulani that were killed in Abia State, if I'm not mistaken with the figure there. But he did pay to bring peace. You are hearing the news of army being adopted. Most of them Igbo extraction. You saw the recent one. And then China Sanworu and Chikeduzem are trying to tell you that don't mind the propaganda. Don't worry, it's a propaganda. It is a propaganda to you because you are naive, you are ignorant, and you refuse to accept the truth. So it's a propaganda. But the people who bear the brunt, the people who are first-hand beneficiary of this danger, if I will use that word, it's not a propaganda to them. I need you to have it at the back of your mind. All this activity is leading to one thing and one thing alone. You know what it is? External enemy. And so tomorrow, you will think all is well, and you will put your support on Nnamdi Kanu, and then you say, let us make war in the first place. Let's fight for this Biafra. My brother, the people that will shut you down as we speak, you have no idea. I'm happy the death of Ndigbo leader, Professor George. Nnamdi Kanu didn't take credit that they killed him. If it were to be Nyanwodo, who stood against them openly from the one to the end, but now they will say, yes, Eluwa have killed Nyanwodo. IPOB bingo. Tell us, is it not Eluwa that killed Professor George? The people you are not sure if you will live up to their age, you are taking glory and rejoicing that they died. Now you are creating external aggression. And if Ndigbo, for any reason, want to do anything, there are a lot of people who are going to antagonize them. So whoever is calling for war, whoever is agitating woto woto is the code. The woto woto, you will see you are not ready for it. You are not. Look at misplacement of priority. Look at the information at the disposal of your kings, your brothers, your relatives, your neighbors within the Southeast region. After the war, those who committed this heinous crime against our people, they took time with the media to re-educate everybody, most especially the South-South. They created a South-South region and trapped the Southeast in the middle of South-South. I can't understand why I have to leave Abo and go to Cross River State and meet my brother from the South-South there, and then another one leave Cross River State and then go to another area and meet Ijo, and then the other end you meet Urubu and Ishekiri. We are all South-South, even onto Edo State. They now even include Ondo State. We are South-South, and then they drop you at the middle of South-South. We were properly indoctrinated, re-educated. Until today, many people have not been able to see this truth. Reason being that those who are responsible for this heinous crime against our people are supposed to be war criminals today. You think they will fold their hand? No, they never told us the truth what happened. They committed crime, abomination against our people. But you see, the external aggression made the Ojukwu Biafra not to work. But Ojukwu was not as hostile, aggressive to any neighboring and non-Igbo ethnic nationality at that time. But yet, there were a lot of external aggression that led to so many sabotage, aside the mistake of Denchukwu Mekodimegu Ojukwu. As we speak today, I look at people trying to pretend and deceive themselves. The Igbo man is not invited when the Abo man is making their own plan. Neither does the Igbo man invite Abo man when they are making their own plan. If this be true, are you telling me when they just want to have an internal meeting, they will call the Igbo man? Or does the Igbo man call the Efik, the Bibio, the Anang and say, look, this is our plan? You see, each of us go back and analyze what we are seeing on a daily basis, and each of us have made up our mind on how to respond. For instance, Nnamdi Kanu woke up and tell you that bring Wike head, he's going to kill Wike. But Nnamdi Kanu never told you that he sent some IPOB coordinator to assassinate Wike's father. The guy is still in Port Harcourt maximum prison as we speak. As Wike is not singing about it, you think he's happy about it? That Nnamdi Kanu Biafra would have led to the assassination of his father. We know what unknown gunmen did before the metamorphose in Igbo. Killed some Nigerian soldiers, roasted them. It was horrible. I had first-hand information about everything that happened. Nobody will go there and say, no, let's see how we can. No. Okay, told the army, could quench this situation down. Police station have been burned, police killed, army killed, some civilian killed. Now the Kanu and his media warrior made you believe it is a killing in Ndigbo, it is a killing in Ndigbo. But in Ndigbo, all the governors in the southeast paid Nwike a courtesy visit to look at what was going on. They knew the truth. David Umahi practically grew up in Rivers State. In fact, David Umahi investment in Rivers State before he even joined politics, not to talk of becoming governor, it's enough for the guy not to even look for money. Most of you don't know. Tomorrow now, he leaves off, they say it's the money he stole. He was a wealthy man. I know him very well in Port Harcourt. What am I saying? He's not a stranger there. David Umahi know all the Appian way in Port Harcourt. He would have just jumped in and asked one of his Uguaja, because as a civil engineer who has handled major projects in Rivers State, ranging from the time of Peter Odele till he became a governor. He knows all the Appian way. He knows how to get the truth. But they are not saying they keep quiet. Now the Kanu came on radio and told you, Anyoma nonsense, Anyoma rubbish. Most of you were applauding him. And you think Anyoma people have forgotten that thing? I'm not talking about Urobo. I'm not talking about Ejo. I'm not talking about Ibibio. I'm not talking about... Now, a lot of people, external aggression. Now, we are in a stage where if you talk Biafra, even the Igbo man is running for Biafra now. Igbo man is running for Biafra. You want to tell me that you will make a move and you will succeed in quenching this external aggression? You lie. People like Joe Ibukwe, you will say he hates Ndigbo because he will never agree with Nnamdi Kanu pattern of agitation. I have been with Unavoidable, and he told me then, he said, see, this Biafra you people are doing, make sure you stop that way. If you people make any move, he say, I will sabotage you people openly. I hated Unavoidable for it. Now I understand. They were actually seeing what we cannot see. If you have people who are afraid of what you are doing because they have information, my brother, don't you think a call for a rethink? This is unavoidable. Now the Kanu cannot bring Biafra in the presence of those he has killed. He can't. So the earlier you disassociate yourself from Nnamdi Kanu and then look for other means to solve this problem, the better for all of you. For instance, under our watch, people like George ONYIBE, with first-hand information of the atrocity committed by Nnamdi Kanu and his gang in the name of Biafra, this man will give us Biafra. God forbid bad thing. It will never happen. I am a product of external aggression. But you see, I men know well. It is for the overall interest of our people. After all, that is what we took oath to do. Number two, unavoidable danger is internal oppression. Remember, the first one is external aggression. The second one is internal oppression. I want you to look at the activity of China Sanworu, the activity of Simeon Ekpa, the activity of Chike Doziem, the activity of other criminal group, Idu, Igodomigodo, Agadamigada, Idu Kingdom, all the Otapiapia Freedom Fighters Association. I need you to look at the activities. It's all about oppression. Sit at home, sit at home. If not that they knew, the people would have revolted. Simeon Ekpa have told you that we sit at home on the 20, on the 30, on the 40, on the 50, on the Christmas day. There shall be sit at home, no Christmas. Of course, they always test water. They saw the people will not take it. No, check the hardship and then imagine you are sitting at home in a time like this. This is oppression. They wake up one day and say nobody should come out. If you come out, wuto is the code. This is suppression. Nigerians can't do that to us, but we are doing it to ourselves. No, just imagine somebody will wake up one day, he said everybody must sit at home. Somebody will wake up one day, they will come to your house and tell you because you are a big man, then you are a sabotage, because you refuse to give them money, then they kill you. Then because they did not allow them to do bunkering, they killed. This is suppression. You know how many people they have killed? This is suppression. You think those people you are oppressing are going to keep quiet? There is a man I work for, a very wealthy man. And then we went to his village some days ago just to check one or two things in order to be able to make the course effectively. He's a very wealthy man. And then they brought out one Udu Reketi car. We drove down to their village, all the way from Port Harcourt down to Anambra State, where he come from. Around the Efitedunu, Aziz. And then there was another man with us there. It was like, how can this, he was telling the driver, why Oga can't carry this kind of motor? They go village. When better car park for car park. And the driver say it's because of unknown gunmen. This is oppression. You're oppressing your people. It's an unavoidable danger. It's dangerous. And you tell me somebody who has car. I think that man, the cheapest car in his garage should be nothing less than 24 million naira. I won't call the man's name. The cheapest car he has in his garage should be nothing less than 24 million naira. That is after the time it was updated. But he now has to go to his village with Misibushi Onoazo, very old one for that matter. So unknown government will not hold him. Oppression. The people will revolt. Forget about the entertainment now. You see, Nigeria is not doing well. So the activity being committed by so many stakeholders is making our people not to react to this oppression. No, check it. Look at what happened to Ebubago. You will understand what I mean. If you join Ebubago and in one and you boy, we will kill you. If you join Ebubago in one, Ebubago have not started with just inauguration. This is oppression. This is oppression. It is dangerous. So while you are enjoying the freedom, the entertainment on Facebook, this too danger is unavoidable. Just find out, analyze why Ojukwu couldn't make a headway. There were evidence of external aggression and internal oppression. The danger is higher now than anticipated, but it's dangerous to Ndigbo. Pay attention to it. And of course, the third one, unavoidable danger. Make sure you don't become victim of this process. The activity, the game, the card Nnamdi Kanu and his group of company are playing in the name of Biafra agitation has given license to the Nigerian state to kill Igbo man at will and justifiable without any form of resistance or process to question such action. Today, any mistake you make as somebody from the southeast by saying that you are a Biafra, you're just giving them the card to kill you and nothing will happen. IPOB can never tell you how many of Igbo youth are locked up in different cells across Nigeria. This is not supposed to be so. This is not right. When you hear Python Dance 1, Python Dance 2, when you hear about other show of force, most of our people that were arrested, they are not here in the southeast. They are not even in the south. They are taken far, 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 far away, even to the northeast, north central, far, far, far different villages. Can somebody tell me, somebody like Idira Good, arrested in Enugu, what is she doing in Kebbi State or wherever? What is she doing there? Is it Bida? What is that girl doing there? Does it mean Enugu DSS, Enugu court do not have the jurisdiction to look into Idira case? This is the one you know. Most people you think they are dead, they are there. One of my friends was released because of this agitation of Nnamdi Kanu. Part of the victim of Python dance. And when he came back, his wife is gone. It's been 4 years since he was arrested. His wife is gone with 4 children, married to another person. They don't know. They couldn't get in touch with him. They thought he's dead. Nobody knew anything about it. Nobody, because they locked him up far away. I'm happy how he accepted everything. He didn't blame his wife. He allowed them to move on. And now he has to start all over again. This is just one person. And then there are people jumping up and, oh, we are looking for Biafra. Oh, may God open all of your eyes. May God help you to see where you are putting yourself. Unavoidable danger. Anywhere you come now in Nigeria and you talk about Biafra, you are gone. Was it like this before? Was it like this? Just make them that you are even a sympathizer. You're going to have issue. Why? Because unknown government is trying to prove that they can give you Biafra. Now they cannot think by killing Igbo people, he's going to make Igbo people to agree with him. But this is because they are gradually forgetting the kind of people they are dealing with. I will say this morning that everybody that has been entrapped inside this one Nigeria, automatically Nigerian gave us gift. All of us, from Yoruba to Hausa to Fulani to Urobo, Shekiri, Bibio, Anna, Ngwari, everybody trapped in this Nigeria. He gave us gift. And that is the power of mutation. When we want to be thief, we are thief. When we want to be good, we are the best. When we want to be rascal, we are second to none. Anything we want to become, we become eventually. This is the power of mutation. All these things will boil to one end alone, where people will soon activate this power. And it's going to be dangerous for us. This very unavoidable danger will only lead the people to an end, where this power of mutation will be activated. And it's going to be very dangerous for all of us. They are gaining ground in Igbo land. And we cannot keep quiet. They must be stopped. Woto Woto will not give you Biafra. Sit at home will not give you Biafra. Heart transplant, Gastelian intention, indigestion of Nnamdi Kanu will not give you Biafra. Political solution will not give you Biafra. Of course, political participation is a way to go. Let us exhaust every avenue. And Jesus said, let it look as if we did not obey the law. We know we are not supposed to. We know how the outcome will be. But so they will not find fault. Let's get involved in political participation. But I'm very sure those who committed this crime won't allow you to fault them. They won't allow you. Ask Charlie Boy father, Uputa, why couldn't he question Obasanjo in Uputa panel? Why couldn't they give you update record what happened? They told you the Nigerian civil war is a personality clash between Ojukwu and Gowon. And so millions have to die. A lot of things are wrong. It's not too late to make amends. It's not too late to stop this madness. It's not too late to correct this evil. This is New Year. Most of you who are going to move on to say, yes, Woto Woto is the code. May Woto Woto reach your family. This is what I don't want to do this year. But if you insist in Woto Woto in Igbo land against your own people, Woto Woto in your family, let it meet those people who support the woto. And your family member who is not in alignment with woto will not reach them. Look at somebody saying, look at Chike telling you, they cannot kill Igbo people again and walk away. We won't allow them to come and kill Igbo people. Nobody is killing Igbo people for the past 2 years, since 2020 till today. Nobody is killing Igbo people. He said Nnamdi Kanu and his career freedom fighter killing Igbo people. I will be very dishonest individual to say, oh, they are killing us. It is the card Nnamdi Kanu and his group of criminals are playing that is killing Igbo people. Chike Doziem is one of them. They sit in the comfort of all that civilized country, and then they unleash mayhem in their own community. And then another one say, the more they blackmail us, the more we are becoming formidable. Formidable for where? Formidable on social media. Little wonder they say Biafra is online country. You can't display your madness logically. You cannot display your criminality openly. People you never thought of will shut you down. You're losing your moral ground. Your actions are not coordinated by moral standing. Everybody knows you are a criminal. I thought Nnamdi Kanu is in need of heart transplant. Why are you people not blowing the alarm? The line you want to talk about is more powerful. We are still waiting. This is New Year. And this is my first broadcast. I'm sure we've entered the second day by now. And I must appeal to those of you out there who come across my broadcast. This broadcast must continue. There is a reason. And it is capital intensive. Somewhere along the line, you know how to reach out to me. We must continue exposing this evil. This is the best option we have. Our people are on ground, they are ready. But they cannot come out. They will not do anything. Because if we have come out on the road to protest, to do anything, even in favor of our people, IPOB Media World by now will tell you that, it's Uchemefo gang. They are the one killing Igbo people. They are the one unknown gunmen. Nobody to blame. Look at them blaming themselves. China Sanworu, the killer, will tell you it's a Simanekpa di woto. Simanekpa di woto will tell you it's a Chike Doziem, the POS. This is what they do. You must look for a way to support any process that will expose this atrocity. Because it's just a matter of time. This thing will get out of hand. And it's still the same thing. Gradually, you are the one doing the work for the Nigerian military. Woto code people, Nnamdi Kanu and his gang are the one killing Igbo. So why would Nigerians waste their bullets? And then the Atoro are busy kidnapping Igbo people in the military. Igbo people in the police. One of them was killed in Enugu. He got married about a month ago. They have killed him. Woto is the code. Oppression. External aggression. And of course, a perfect license, authority delegated to the Nigerian security outfit to kill the Igbo man at will, without question. After all, it will be considered as a self-defense. They can shoot you now and say they thought you are known gunmen. So you were killed in line to defend themselves. Pay attention to these three dangers. Don't be part of that process. You are still doing contribution. Yes, raise money. We are doing donation. You are donating money. May the money you are donating to kill people here that they are saboteur, may that bullet reach your family. You are contributing money because some criminals are on Facebook and telling you that they are protecting our land. They are protecting our land. You see the killing in Amufu. They are protecting our land. You see kidnapping going everywhere. They are protecting our land. You see beheading and every kind of criminalism not known to man in Igbo land till this moment. They are protecting our land. Every bush is shrine. Everywhere is juju. Even the consequence of that one, we will reveal it later. And then you are somewhere in diaspora, you think you have sense. Yes, they are protecting our land. May that money reach the protection of your family in a woto code style. Very unfortunate. Disassociate yourself from Nnamdi Kanu and his career freedom fighters. These three unavoidable danger, our people will bear the brunt, except to do the right thing. I will stop there. I wish you God blessing. I wish you what you wish yourself. We'll continue from there. Goodbye and Ndigbo.